Longleaf pine is an extremely long-lived species. You have trees still living right now that are approaching 500 years old. It originally covered about 90 million acres of land across the southeast. We're currently just shy of 5 million acres, so it has been diminished greatly. Our mission is really to bring this system back.
We've lost more of longleaf pine forest than we have of the rainforest on a percentage basis. Bringing that back, along with all its associated conservation values, is an important part of conserving the natural world that was part of the South.
Longleaf has numerous values and benefits. Not only from a fiber perspective, it makes great forest products, but it also has tremendous conservation values from all the numerous wildlife species that it sustains, the carbon that is stored, and the clean water that it produces.
In East Texas specifically, we're seeing a lot of growth, and that's in population growth and development growth. We're not making any more land, and so it's important to do what we can now, not only to restore what we can, revegetate what we can, but also to conserve for future generations.
There's an overall alliance of organizations that work together to really push forward longleaf restoration goals across the whole region. The Texas Longleaf team is one of 18 local implementation teams where there are significant acreages of longleaf existing.
Here in the South and in Texas, more than 80% of the forest land is in private ownership, so it's really important to work with those private landowners, bring them to the table in order to restore and manage longleaf at a landscape scale.
In a region that is fragmented like East Texas, it's important that we come together, and that's exactly what the Texas Longleaf team is. They're collaborators. They're bringing landowners, they're bringing the conservation world and the corporate world all together to tackle a problem, and it's building a healthy forest habitat.
So today we're out at the Winston 8 Ranch for one of our longleaf landowner field days. This is our opportunity to bring together landowners, experts in the field of longleaf restoration from agencies and organizations to really share ideas, best practices, do some demonstrations. It's all to better help understand the longleaf ecosystem and all the wildlife that depends on it.
Longleaf pine forests are a resource that must be managed responsibly. If we don't get involved and we don't manage them, they're not going to be on this landscape. That's exactly why we support programs like the Texas Longleaf team. Our entire business depends on the sustainability of forest. It's just what we do. If we don't have well-managed, sustainable forest, we don't have a business.
If you're managing wildlife in East Texas, you're managing trees. Wildlife 101 is managing sunlight to the ground.
So our rainfall simulators gives us a perception of what's going on below ground. We often look at everything above ground, but forget about our soil health below. That simulator reflects the different management activities that have occurred above ground and how that drastically impacts what the soil health could be.
In order for these longleaf efforts to really be successful, it takes all of the partners working together to really get the work done.
Days like this, when we all come together as a community, this is when we're at our best. It's a sight to see, for sure.
Technical expertise in the field, looking for money, prescribed fire. There's no one organization that can do everything. And so Texas Parks and Wildlife is proud to partner with the Texas Longleaf team.
Longleaf is appealing to funders for a number of reasons. The biodiversity is a big one, but also the co-benefits like jobs, economic impact. These are all very important to us.
We feel like conservation and economics go hand in hand. They're not exclusive from each other. The majority of our properties are certified under the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. The net result is just a win-win for the environment where conservation is the highest priority.
Looking forward into the future, it's hard not to be optimistic. With so many committed people and organizations, the future of longleaf pine is in really good hands.